Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing on Saturday? Today is May 3rd. It is very rainy here in Ohio. It's been raining all morning. I got up about, well, the dog woke me up about 5:30 a.m. So I got up and grabbed a little snack, some drink while the dog was outside. She didn't stay out very long because it was raining then too. Went back to bed for a little bit, and then I got up about, I don't know, 7:45 or so. Got up, did a few little things around the house while I was waiting for the bank to open, and then I went and made a deposit at the bank so I could pay a couple small bills, and then I went to Lowe's and picked up, I have that My Lowe's Rewards thing. And they had every once in a while they do like where My Lowe's members can like register, and then they give certain, not anything major, but they give these small items away and you get one for free. You just scan your My Lowe's Rewards QR code, and then you get one. This is the first time I did it. I know they've done some things in the past. I never really thought about it. This time they were just doing it was just like a single little like potted plant. They had a couple different varieties to choose from. I think they were just annuals, but I thought, you know what? Why not? It's free. Why pass it up? So I went and picked one up. I haven't actually looked to see what it is. I just grabbed one. Once the guy scanned the thing, he said, "Well, you can take whatever you want." I was like, "Well, I'll just take this one." I wasn't going to pay attention to what they were. I'll find someplace to plant it outside. I'm getting ready to hopefully once Sonic Temple's over this next weekend, and I get caught up at work and stuff, then I can start using at least every other weekend the non-pay weeks, because I get paid every 2 weeks. The non-pay weeks I'll use to just do stuff around the house. Pay weeks I want to use to try to do a little traveling around the area, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. See the sites, because I know there. I could probably go through and look, and even just in Ohio, I could probably find a list of at least 100 places of interest to go to in Ohio, whether they're museums or landmarks or parks or whatever. So I'm going to start doing that. Hopefully, a lot of the time, my daughter and her husband and my grandsons will be able to go with me. I thought maybe once in a while I'll see if my mom, if she's not busy, if she wants to go, make time for your parents. All right, make time for your parents, because there will come a day when unfortunately they're not here anymore, and then you'll be kicking yourself in the ass because you didn't spend more time with them. So that's what I plan on doing. But yeah. Hopefully, I will be able to get a number of things done around the house. One being the landscaping outside, get it cleaned up a little bit. I've got a tree that I want to get taken out. I started working on it like 2 years ago, and I want to slowly work at getting all the limbs that are kind of like on my side, because it's my tree, but it's grown up and it's gotten a little bit bigger at the top to where some of the branches are over my neighbor's, over their yard. And I already talked to the neighbor. He has no problem with me getting rid of it, because neither one of us. I didn't expect it to get as big as it did. I can't remember what species it is, but a guy that, because it just started growing, and I let it grow, and then I had a guy that had done landscaping. He told me that it was what he thought. What species it was, and that it would only get to like 10 or 12 feet high. Well, now it's like 20, 25 feet high. And between that tree and then my neighbor's big maple oak, whatever she has, that's like 100 feet high, me and my neighbor behind me, we get a crap ton of leaves. So I just want to take that tree out. And then I just want to, the pond garden out there, I want to do something to just make it more presentable. First thing I need to do is empty the damn pond and get it cleaned out so I can look at here soon getting it set up for the year. And and then come like end of October, then I'll take the pump and everything back out and so forth. But yeah, so I figured, you know what, free plant from Lowe's, why the hell not? I'll take anything for free, honestly. You know, the key to making money, saving money, and getting by, and not just getting by, but be able to get by and really enjoy life. From a financial standpoint, I guess you could say, even when you are a 40-hour a week or more worker, and you for the most part live paycheck to paycheck, which I do. Every paycheck I make a list. Okay, this paycheck I need to pay this bill, this bill, this bill, this bill, so I can keep maybe this much out of my check for some groceries, gas, whatever. Maybe go out and do something, and the rest goes to bills. Well, the key to that is never spend more money than you have to. That's why I shop at Dollar Tree. It's just me and the dog here. If I need to go buy some groceries, stuff to fix dinner throughout the week, I'll just buy some stuff from Dollar Tree. If I need Kleenex, Dollar Tree. I need cleaners, Dollar Tree. Dishwashing detergent or laundry detergent, Dollar Tree. Why go to the regular store and spend $6-7 for a bottle when I can go to Dollar Tree, get it for $1.25? And it might be a little bit smaller, but I'm talking about laundry detergent. It might be a little bit smaller, a few ounces, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper, and it does the same damn thing. So that's my opinion. It's just my opinion. It's not that I'm cheap. It's just that I can't see spending more money than you need to for something. So when it comes to something for free, here we go. See, I came back to it all the way around. If you can get something for free, take it. Even if you can't use it, you might know somebody that can use it. So then you can give it to them. Anyway, I undid the glue on this because I didn't want to sit here and screw with it for 5 or 10 minutes. They always glue these very, very well. And it's weird because the glue then always ends up just on the one side. You never have any on this side. It's weird. Well, this is from Premiere Collectibles. You've probably seen me opening some of these in the past. One of these books, I do know what it is. The other one was a mystery thing. They have a thing right now where if you go to premiercollectibles.com, you place an order, you can then add on basically a signed mystery book out of certain genres. You can choose, pop culture or music or cooking or, autobiography, whatever. And get it for like $9.99. So I did. So I don't know which is which, so I'll just pull out the first one and we'll see. The other one, like I said, I know what it is. I pre-ordered it a long time ago. One of my favorite actors. But I don't know whether this is the one I know or, okay, this is the one that I know. This is from Jeremy Renner, who most people know him as Hawkeye in the MCU, which I'm hoping he's, after his tragic accident he's almost made a 100% full recovery. So I would love to see him, even if it's just like in a cameo role or a small bit part, to where he's kind of really, truly getting kind of an end to his story and passing the torch to Kate Bishop completely. I'd love to see him show up in the MCU again somewhere. I would imagine if we do, it might not be Avengers Doomsday, although it could be. Because, technically, he was still, at the end of Endgame when everything got hunky-dory again. Spoiler if you haven't seen it. He was still technically part of the Avengers. So we could see him in Avengers Doomsday. But most likely, I would imagine that he'll at least have some bit part in Avengers Secret Wars. which we got a while to wait for that. I think that's not coming out till what, like 2027, 2028, something like that. But this is his autobiography. It is called My Next Breath. He's one celebrity that I would love to meet in person. He just seems like, I mean, even before his accident, when I see him in interviews and stuff, he seems like he's a completely, like, down-to-earth celebrity. You know, there's some celebrities where you can tell that they are really kind of just stuck on themselves. I've met a few. And to a certain degree, I mean, you gotta expect that because they're celebrities. You know, they're getting paid millions of dollars to play these roles and stuff. So they're, you know, to a certain degree, you expect them kind of toot their own horn and so forth. But at the same time, they're still people. And I honestly, I've met more celebrities like that because I've gone to a lot of conventions that truly appreciated their fans. You know, they were so humble when you met them. It's as though they were more excited to be there to meet their fans than the fans were to come meet them. Because, you know, a lot of those actors, they honestly know, and even if they don't come right out and say it all the time, the way they carry themselves and the way they act, and from what I could tell, Jeremy Renner is this type of person. He knows that if it wasn't for the fans, he wouldn't have been able to do things he did. He wouldn't have, there wouldn't be a job as actors if it wasn't for the fans. You know, if you make something and nobody goes to see it, chances are that's not going to get a sequel. Of course, he's also in The Mayor of Kingstown, which I have seen a few episodes of it. I don't have the service that it's on anymore. But yeah, I think he's a phenomenal actor, and he just comes across as, you know, the type of guy you could just even celebrity with that celebrity moniker, you can actually just sit and just talk to him like a regular person. And yeah, that's nice. I did pay the extra to get it JSA certified. It does have, it is just like a book plate on the inside that's signed, but it's still, you know, it's nice and secure there on the paper. And I believe I paid, I think I paid $35 is what I paid for this. For the book itself. Then I think it was an extra like 15 or something. It was like half price when you got the JSA certification. I mean, it was half price for what they normally charge for the JSA certification through Premiere Collectibles or something like that. But yeah, I look forward to, again, I don't know when, but I look forward to getting around to reading this. I've seen a few bits here and there of people talking about the book, and they say it's absolutely an amazing biography of him, and you know, what he's been through in his life so far. And then, oh, it's even got pictures in here. That's kind of cool. You know, and I think one of the things that really sold him for me as Hawkeye, who outside of being, you know, just an excellent marksman and obviously being physically fit, the character of Hawkeye doesn't really have any superpowers necessarily. But then, you know, another thing that sold him in that role in the MCU, because he was a family Hawkeye did have a family in the MCU. And Jerry Renner has a family. And you can, again, seeing through interviews and seeing just kind of like little clips and stuff of him with family and talking about family and stuff, he definitely seems like that's what takes priority in his life, is family. So, it's easy to sell that part of the Hawkeye character when that's who the person is in real life. Anyway, and now we have our mystery book. Does this say how much I paid? Yeah. Altogether I paid $47 for that book, but that's including the JSA certification. And then this is the mystery book. I don't remember does it say what I chose? I chose music. The music memoir. So I do have a few music books. Will this be one that I don't have? We're about to find out. All right. Yeah, I do not have this. We have a heavy metal memoir, Desolation. Mark Morton with Ben Opapari. And of course, this has got JSA certification too. Huh. There's the autograph on the inside. A gritty, revealing heavy metal memoir by Lamb of God's guitarist and lyricist, exploring both his life and music and his tumultuous path through addiction and into recovery. Alright, cool. Nice. Back of it. Alright, that's cool that, one, it's a book that I don't have, and two, it is a band I listen to. I do like Lamb of God. I know some people give them kind of crap. They want to compare them to, in a derogatory way, they want to compare them to, I've heard somebody one time call them like the Dollar Tree version of Slayer. I'm a metal fan to the extent that I like just about every metal band. There are some I like better than others, but overall, if it's metal, I'm going to enjoy it. I don't nitpick it. To each their own. Whoever, the people that don't care for Lamb of God, that's certainly their prerogative, but I actually, I really enjoy listening to them. In fact, I have, which CD do I have in my car right now? I don't remember which one it is. I know I have a Lamb of God out in my car, but I don't remember which one, because I think I have two of their CDs. I don't remember which one I have out there. But, yeah. Whichever one that has the song, I think, Redneck on it, which is like the third track, and Rise, I think, is the second track. What's the first track? I don't remember. But yeah. Alright, well that's it. There we go. Right about the time where my videos normally end, so we're going to do that. I am going to go get a trash bag and clean up in here a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of work around the house. And I might try to actually list some stuff up here. I'm also going to be going through Mercari, Poshmark to a certain degree, eBay, probably not Whatnot, because I don't have a whole lot on Whatnot. But the other three I'm going to go through, and there might be a number of things that I go in and lower the price by a little bit, or especially some of the Funko Pops, I might go in, do a lookup and see, okay, what their trending value is, and then I might essentially list them at like half of what they're trending at right now. So keep an eye on all the stuff down in the description box down below, and buy some stuff. I do have a number of mystery boxes available, so I probably haven't sold any. I know all it'll take is like that first one somebody buys, and if they like what they got and they say so, that might prompt other people to go in and buy some. I'm still planning on doing some DC mystery boxes with Funko Pops, and then some extra items, and Disney. The Disney ones, the Disney mystery boxes might be like 2 Funko Pops, and then maybe some trading cards or something. And I'm thinking probably in the $25 area on plus shipping. DC, I'll probably do like 1 Funko Pop, and then maybe like an extra item, and maybe a couple of trading cards, and I'll probably do those for maybe like 15 plus shipping. So when I get around to that, I am not sure. This weekend I basically just have today to do some stuff. Tomorrow I'm going in and doing a bunch of work, and then of course I work, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be going to Sonic Temple. So, it might not be until after that. But anyway, that's it. As always, look out for yourself and everyone around you, so you have a much better chance of staying safe and healthy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Until next time,